After struggling to stay motivated to ride over the winter, I decided to give myself a self-imposed 30-day challenge where I committed to riding 4 times a week no matter what. And today was the last day of the challenge and I just finished up my ride. So I thought I would just jump on here and share how I think everything went and if we progressed or not. So let's take a look. All right, guys, my 30-day challenge is done and completed. So I rode 4 times a week during the past 30 days. And these are clips from the very first day. And if you notice, he is pretty choppy, taking tiny little steps, quick steps, and not really using himself well at all. And I am tight and kind of hanging on him because I am also I'm a little nervous on him, even though he has never shown me any reason to be nervous. But he has been willing all along. There, he he was trying to figure out what to do with his feet. He had no idea what to do. He's been over poles before, but I don't think we had even trotted over poles together. I think he had just done it on his own, lunging. But I'm basically just checking, can I steer? Can I stop? And yeah, he definitely showed me that. So, and the rides at this point were, I think that first week they were only 15 to maybe 20 minutes, but that would be pushing it. I think they were mostly 15 minutes, and that includes walking around for a while just warming up. So obviously nothing very interesting during this first ride. Just he wouldn't really move off of my leg. He doesn't know what that means. Uh, like here, I wanted him, of course, to move into the corners a little bit, but I couldn't get him to. But there, you can see he naturally wants to carry his neck in a nice frame, but he doesn't know how to come through over his back or anything like that yet. So, but he is definitely he shows signs of being super cute. So I think we're getting a good start. And looking back at this, I have no idea why I was nervous about anything with him. Even though his body's a little tense, he never really showed any signs of doing anything naughty at all. Knock on wood. I'm sure it'll come at some point, but for now, his little baby brain has just been perfect. And now he is officially 4 years old. So it's time for him to get a job. Right after his birthday, we had our very first canter together. I don't know what I was so nervous about, but I sure was. He was such a good boy, but my confidence was low. So, yeah, that was definitely a win. And now I'm going to cut to today's ride where he has a little spook. And I literally didn't think anything of it. So I would say that the biggest change in me during this 30-day challenge was just my confidence. I'm still flopping around quite a bit. My balance isn't quite there yet. Definitely not my strength. But as far as just the overall confidence with him, it's night and day. So, but anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about Polo. If you notice, I hope that you can see that he is definitely starting to move better. He's a little more fluid through his back and tracking up a little bit better. He's still, he doesn't really have the strength yet, but he is starting to learn to reach down and use himself so much better. And he, for the most part, he is responding a lot better to leg pressure when I try to move him off of my inside leg. And I am steering a lot more with my seat and legs. And here he's starting to figure out how to stretch down and reach for the bit. And I will tell you, the feeling of this ride is so much better than what it was during that first day. Everything's just a little softer, and there's just a little bit more bounce to his step instead of being so choppy. 16 rides isn't enough to make a huge progression, but look at that canter transition. That he just kind of flowed right into it. And at this stage, I couldn't be happier with that. So he's still not giving me a great place to sit, and I'm sure I am still just a little bit too tense to absorb the canter when I sit. So that's just something that will come with time. But the fact that he just kind of steps right into it, I couldn't be happier with that. And again, here he's like really starting to figure out how to use his back. And over time, that will give me a better place to sit during the canter. So, and I'm also starting back up with yoga this week. So that should help. So, what do you guys do to keep flexible, especially those of you that might be a little bit older? I would love to hear. But here, that was a pretty good transition into the left lead as well. And he's just going around, and I'm not yanking on his face, and I'm not balancing on his face. So I couldn't be happier. I hope that you guys can see the progress as much as I can feel it. And it's just so much more. We're both more relaxed, and everything's just flowing a little bit better. And I'm so relaxed with him that now after every ride, we go outside and take a little hack. So a very short one, because the ground unfortunately is still too wet to do any actual riding out there. I don't want to mess up the footing because I want to enjoy my fields and my little cross country jumps later in the season. So we're heading out to our hack, but also I want to share. Here's our first jump over some poles and our very first cross rail. But if you want to watch those videos, you'll have to go to my channel. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.